Coghlan drives that one to center field, hit it well. Kemp goes back at the track, looks up, it's off the top of the wall. Coghlan to second, the very top of the wall, or at least it appeared so. Rob Brantley, Coghlan looks in, and now Mike Redmond's going to come out, and certainly, I would think, is well within his rights to ask for a video review.
Especially since this past week in baseball has been kind of focused on the umpires.
Absolutely. Well, here's a look.
Well, what a nice A-B and swing by Chris Coghlan. Got a high fastball, drilled it the other way, showing a little power in that direction.
Top of the pad.
Yeah, right on the padding.
Now both umpires, Redmond went out to second base to talk to Chris Guccione, who pointed to Phil Cuzzy. Here comes Tom Hallion.
Now, as far as the ruling goes, a manager can't go out and say, hey, let's have a replay, but he can go out with a suggestion of, don't you think you guys might want to see this one again?
And you could see why he would ask, but you see the rails behind the fence. From that view, it looked like it clearly hits the top of the fence and comes back. But there are rails behind it, and especially coming off what happened to Bob Melvin and the A's in Cleveland, when Angel Hernandez and his crew reviewed a ball that clearly hit out of the ballpark, was ruled a double, and they didn't overturn the call.
You and I had an interesting discussion about that, and so did everybody else who follows the game of baseball. I, for one, thought that it would have been an easy type play to have changed the call, because a lot of calls, if you change it, it involves base runners, if this guy scores, or if a runner has to go back to a bag. In that case, it would have just meant a home run that would have tied the game, and they could have resumed the game the next day.
They played a day game the next day, and Joe Torre, the morning after, admitted that the umpires did make a mistake and that it was, in fact, or should have been a home run. And there was some question as to, at least in Angel Hernandez's mind, what replay they were able to see. All the replays we saw from that Cleveland game showed home run. Now the replay here shows ball off the top of the wall. The way the system works as well, a refresher for everyone, in New York, Major League Baseball gets both feeds, the Dodgers feed, the Marlins feed, and has access to the replays of both shows, is able to assemble those replays, the crucial looks, feed them down the line to an HD monitor for the umpires who are watching that right now.
And it's really interesting. They're taking a little extra time, but I think because of everything that's happened over this past week. But I think they make the ruling as we saw. There's the point. He's still at second base. Ball hit the top of the padding, and that's the correct call.
I like the fact that in that case, Mike Redmond didn't think about sacrifice bunting. Coghlan's been swinging the bat a little better lately.
Good job.